Now that was a backyard fight. Hello, everybody. Terry Bennett here on the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show, right here on S2S Sports Network, part of L4 Media. And that game was everything we thought it was going to be and more, as Franklin out-physicals a very, very physical Jasper team to win 29-14. And honestly, it wasn't even that close. It was 17-0 at one point, and I mean, Franklin did what Franklin does, and they just went out and played pure physical football. Held Jasper to just 215 total yards of offense, which 129 of that came when the game was over. Just wow. Every week, Franklin impresses. Every week, me and Grant were talking when we're on the road, like, wow, they did it again. Now, in saying all that, you're about to hit district play, and this is going to be a fun district this year. I mean, it was last year too. It's going to be a fun district, and it's going to be a battle, just like the region is going to be a battle. You talk about Lorena, and you talk about Cameron Yo, and you talk about Little River Academy. They've surprised people. Coach Fannin called it in the offseason, said that they were going to be really good. Then you talk about the region. You've got Columbus. You've got Hitchcock in the same district. They're going to be playing. We're going to actually go see Columbus here in a couple weeks. I'm sorry, I meant Hitchcock. We're going to go see Hitchcock play Salado at Bryan. I think 36 wins is like 15th or 14th best in history. That blows my mind. I mean, when you think about just a few years ago, Franklin was kind of tagged as one of those, hey, they're really, really good. But, man, they just, for whatever reason, they don't get out of their region, or they finally make the state championship and they lose a heartbreaker to Canadian. And then since that point, 36 wins, 2 state championships, and they're just still rolling. And it's consistently the same. Like, it just blows my mind how it seems like every game kind of goes the same way. Well, this one, it went completely, like, Franklin had, going into the game, I picked Jasper straight up. And I know that's the running joke with some of the Franklin fans. I tend to pick against Franklin in the big games. Maybe that's what y'all want me to do. You probably don't want me to pick Franklin. But for them to just come out and just from the first whistle, just out physical Jasper, that takes what Franklin does, in my opinion, to a new level. And it's fun. It's fun to be here. I always love talking to Coach Fannin anyway, but it's really fun to be in this moment, doing this show, and just seeing the dynasty that Franklin has built. And we want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here for that. And the first one's Small Town Society. You can find them online at shopsmalltownsociety.com. They have a cool, awesome Franklin game day T-shirts. They sent the studio 3 of them. Absolutely love them. It's the guys' shirts. It's on their page. It's shopsmalltownsociety.com/collections/game day men, boys, or just go to the main page and you can see all the different choices. That probably been easier to say. They have ladies' game day shirts that are awesome. I am going to get my fiance that Lions one. It's a green sweatshirt. It's the old forest green with the block lions across it. I love that look. It's just a traditional. That's kind of the sweatshirt you grew up in. I grew up as an 80s kid. That's kind of the sweatshirts that you grew up. They have more than just sports too. They have hats, accessories. They have holiday wear, fun holiday shirts. Not like like the dress up ones, but fun T-shirts. They have inspirational. They have celebrating mom shirts. They have celebrating Texas. They have vintage fleeces. They have it all. So go check out shopsmalltownsociety.com online. And in Franklin, you can find them at the Messy Nest studio and event venue located at 204 Alley Street in Franklin. You can also give them a call if you need any questions, 979-436-1847. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it is the head coach of the Lions, Coach Mark Fannin, to talk that big win against Jasper and starting district and just what his thoughts are on district as a whole going into district play. Is your demanding work lifestyle in need of fire-resistant clothing that can keep up? Well, L4FR clothing should be your go-to for quality, affordability, safety, and style. L4FR was founded by a third-generation oil field worker who is also a veteran. Thus, this company has a deep appreciation for reliability and longevity, all while we provide first-rate customer service. Our durable apparel will serve you well for many years to come, whether you're working on a pipeline, a lineman climbing utility poles, or in any other environment requiring fire-resistant apparel. L4FR has you covered. Our apparel is tough enough to resist hazardous conditions while still providing high comfort and style. L4FR provides clothing options to ensure your safety and comfort, whether you're on the job or not. To view our complete inventory of flame-resistant garments, please visit our online store at l4frclothing.com or give us a call at 817-757-4935. Si habla español. Terry Bennett back here on the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show, now joined by the head coach of the Lions, Coach Mark Fannin. And, Coach, I'll go ahead and say it. I did not expect that last week. Y'all beat Jasper 29-14 in a very physical game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Terry, I thought it was a great game Friday night. And, you know, I talked about to the kids all week long about how big a game it was because Jasper's a really good football team. And I knew it was going to be a dogfight come Friday night. But all week long, we talked about big games and how many big games they were in. They've been in their playing days. And we're going to treat it just like any other game, you know. So we were very, very business all week long in practice. You could tell they were locked in. And I was proud of how we came out and executed on offense. And our defense played another outstanding game, and special teams played well too. So it was a physical, fun football game, and it was fun to be a part of it.
Well, and you bring up the defense, and when you talk Franklin, we always talk about how physical they are on offense, the offensive style and stuff. But I don't think your defense gets enough credit at times, especially this year. The defense has basically played lights out since game one.
Yeah, they're a special group of guys, and I knew going into the year that our defense had a chance to be pretty good, and they go in and week out and play some really good football, and they're a bunch of experienced guys that are back that's played a lot of football, so they kind of know what it takes to win and know what it takes to finish a football game, and they're doing really well right now.
All right, you start 11-3A Division I play against McGregor. Surprisingly, 2-2. What are your thoughts on the Bulldogs?
Yeah, I think McGregor's a little better than last year. We struggled with them last year. Yep. Defensively, they scored 32 points on us last year and had almost 250 yards rushing. So they got a good little running back that's really fast, and they play hard. They're some tough kids that they're scrappy and play hard, and that's what you're going to get out of McGregor. And so we're going to go over there Friday night and see if we can play 4 quarters of clean football and see what happens.
All right, well, let's talk about the district. You and I have talked about district in the offseason. We named it the toughest district in 3A this season. As you approach this week and everybody's opening district play, what are your overall thoughts of this district so far this year?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good solid district, from top to bottom. There's not going to be a week where, you got that bye week or, take a week off or, because you got each and every Friday night, you're going to have to come out ready to play against everybody in the district. Everybody is talented enough to beat each other. And I think it's going to be a fun few weeks, these next few weeks ahead of us.
Well, and just to point out a team, you talked about this team in the offseason when I saw you at coach's school, Little River Academy. You said if they're healthy, they're the team I think that can make the biggest leap. And here they are, 4-0, and they've got some good quality wins under their belt. Yeah,
they got a lot of guys that when those seniors this year were sophomores, they made a pretty deep run. Yep. They were young that year, 2 years ago. And then last year they had the injury bug hit them, and they lost quite a bit of players to injuries. So, and all those guys were coming back, this year. So I had a feeling that they were going to be pretty talented this year. And Coach Mullins got them going in the right way. And they're playing some really good football right now. So, like I said, with them and Cameron and Lorena and And Rockdale, Troy McGregor, I'm curious to see how this is going to play out and see how, because it could really go either way. I think it's going to be a dogfight every Friday night.
Well, and you talked a little bit about with that Jasper game, and we kind of brought this up earlier this year, but how do you coach with that target on your back? I mean, each week you talk about how you talk to the kids about it. It's a business, it's a game by game, and all that. But literally, you're getting everybody's best effort. You're their Super Bowl. How do you deal with that week to week?
Yeah, Terry, it's just, I don't, as a coach, you just have those constant reminders with your kids from time to time. This week, coming off a big win, I'm going to be honest with you, big win Friday night. We didn't have school on Monday. Mm-hmm. So everything was all routine. We had to start practice at 3:00. And it was just, Monday and Tuesday was not a very good practice this week. So I had to kind of reel them in and bring them up and talk to them about, guys, you're going to get beat if you don't come out and play and prepare each and every week. So, it's just something that's, like I've said many times, it's just constant reminders of that they can get better each and every week. And it starts in practice on Monday. If you come out with a good attitude and you're wanting to get, with a growing mindset and not with, I'm better than everybody mindset when you hit the field, you got to come with that growing mindset every single day, and you got to be able to lock in practice time, no matter what's going on outside of football. I don't care if it's, whatever going on with a teacher in the school building or a principal or a girlfriend or a parent or whatever. They got to be able to block all that out. And when they hit the field, it's business, and they're getting better every single day. So that's something that I had to kind of, reel them in this week and talk to them about. And yesterday on Wednesday, we had a practice. We cranked the music up, kind of created some energy, and we never practiced with music, by the way, but I just kind of wanted something different. So we got the music cranked up, and they were flying around, and it looked like a normal Franklin Line football practice. And today we went out and had another really good practice. So I think, kind of got their attention, and they're kind of locked back in, and I'm excited to see what happens on Friday.
Are you an athletic director or coach looking to make your locker room pop, looking to refresh your look, looking to redo your brand? Well, check out SI Design and Printing. They're going to transform your sports organization athletic facilities into what you're looking for by enhancing the student athlete experience, boasting the brand, and honoring your past. They do that with banners, backlit signage, locker graphics, window graphics, fence mesh graphic designs, and so much more. If you need a refresh, SI Design is going to help you do that. Check them out online, sidesign.net. And hey, if you're a parent or a grandparent, they've got something for you as well, as SI Design is the leading provider of custom sports prints. They offer a variety of products, including posters, banners, canvases, and more. All you have to do is upload your high-quality studio or action shot, and SI Design will create the memory for you. For more information, all you have to do is go to their website, sidesign.net/sports prints, and you'll get all the information that you need. You can also find them on Facebook. Just type in SI Design and Printing. Give them a call, 254-405-9492, or you can email them, info@sidesign.net, and tell Kyle that Sideline to Sideline sent you. Terry Bennett back here on the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show. One of the things that I love about Coach Fannin is how honest he is and talking about, like, hey, we haven't had good practices this week. We had to kind of rewrite it by, on Wednesday. And that's going to happen. I mean, he said a lot of things, and it's things we've talked about before on the air. We've even talked about with Coach Fannin before, and Grant and I, Sideline to Sideline, we talk about when we travel. We tend to forget that, and we were teens too, and we went through it as well. But, these guys aren't just playing football. They have relationships. They have girlfriends. They have fights. They have issues in school, things like that is so easy to derail them as a football player. And as a coach, you've got to find that balance of reminding them that football is important, but also their kids, and these are moments that they need guidance and mentoring, and that's one of the things that I like about Franklin and their coaching staff. It's not the wins are great, But it's not just the wins. It's these guys, these kids coming in, and they come in as kids and leave as men. I know that's cliche, but it's true. And so I appreciate the brevity that Coach Fannin has when he talks about that. And hey, we had to kind of get things right Wednesday. They're kind of relaxing Monday and Tuesday. And it's also, you get, man, halfway through the season, and really not halfway for Franklin, because, you know, if Franklin plays as long as we all want Franklin to play, you know, you still got, 9-10 weeks left. But halfway through the regular season, you're going to have those moments, you're just tired. The guys are just tired, especially after a physical game like that with Jasper. And now you're staring down a district that is going to be, for the fan, absolutely fun to watch this year. I can't wait to see how it plays out. And, of course, we'll be playing it out here each and every week. And until next time, I'm Terry Bennett, and this has been the Franklin Football Show, brought to you by Small Town Society and Walter Commander. I'm not going to forget Walter. Again, he's the guy that funded this show to get us started till we could find a title sponsor, and we do really appreciate that. Plus, he's just a really good dude. Friend to sideline. One of the guys that gives us all the information for Franklin. He's the guy that got us, talking about Franklin 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And we do appreciate that. And we appreciate all the listeners to this show. And until next time, I am Terry Bennett, and this is the Franklin Football Show, brought to you by Small Town Society and Walter Commander, right here on S2S Sports, part of L4 Media.